Hello and welcome to Auto Club Speedway for the next race in the West Coast Tour. I believe this is the third event since we've got back from overseas. We've got 7 races left, 13 laps of heat racing here in Heat 1 and Heat 2. And with that, we'll get to your starting lineup. In row 1 is Ryan Brommer and Hunter Braxton. Row 2, Sky Commons and Bobo Jones. Row 3 is Casey Nanako and Jonathan Zorlin. Row 4, Adam Flickinger and Andrew Rich. And in row 5, we have Joshua Sikuli and Cole Deaver. As you can see, drivers who have them or have decided to showcase them are running some throwback paint schemes. And we'll see if we get a throwback paint scheme to win the main event here tonight or not. So 13 laps of heat racing. It's I think some of the longest heat races we've had all season. 26 miles per heat race. And the main event itself is 100 miles. So we'll see. These drivers are going to get a pretty good taste of what's in store for them. And with that, we'll go trackside for the command. All 24 cars rolling off. Point standings changing a little here and there. Seth Cole getting that second win on the season, and JD Motorsports now 3 wins in a row. It's been a while since we saw a team win so many races in a row. In fact, the only team who has gone back to back to back or 4 in a row has been Junior Motorsports, that went 3 in a row to start the season. And then from races 8 to 11, they won 4 in a row. So we'll see what happens here at Auto Club. But first, we have to see who makes the field. Green flag is out in Heat 1. And tires are torn apart here. As Adam Flickinger thought of going 4 wide for a moment, but they go 3 wide for the time being. Right at the front, Casey Nanako looking to make some ground up, looking for that first heat win. As they are 4 wide, Andrew Rich and Jonathan Zorlin in the middle of that. As Brommer continues to lead this track, the high line. We'll see where the high line works and where it doesn't. Right now, it looks like the lines are pretty equal. As Brommer leads them 3 wide behind. Braxton falling back several positions as the Sky Commons, as they're 4 wide again through the turn. Ooh, Eli Bright slides up. That makes it really tight on the exit of turn 2. Almost wrecking there with Sikuli. Looks like these race cars, these drivers, man, they're throwing it into the corner. You see Nanako trying to work the top, can't quite do it. And Sikuli getting a run. He's going for the lead. Adam Flickinger and Eli Bright running right behind him in line. And Bright will make it 3 wide for second. Sliding up a little bit again there is Andrew Rich with a huge run. Gets right on the tail of his teammate. Sikuli takes the lead now. Here comes Adam Flickinger. And Brommer goes way up track. He'll lose a ton of time. Looks like that way high side doesn't really have any grip. And Sikuli leads the field still on lap 4. Fitzwater running into the corner behind Deaver. So unlike anything I've seen at this racetrack before, a lot more racing action away from the apron than what we're used to seeing in the NRSL. But Andrew Rich challenging towards the front. Side by side with Adam Flickinger off the corner. And let's see what our tire wear is at already. It's just starting to creep in. And Andrew Rich will move up to second. Eli Bright's looking to take third place back. Andrew Rich won his last heat race at the Dodge Motordrome. So I'm trying to see if Sekuli, I don't think Sekuli has won a heat race this season. And he has not. Andrew Rich is trying to track him down. Rich would be looking for his 4th heat win. Of the season. And he is indeed tracking down Joshua Sekuli. Sekuli doing the best he can right now, but Rich just has better grip through the corners. And he'll make the move off of turn 2. Let's go to the helicopter camera and see this battle as they go into turn 3. See, Sekuli kind of gets the grip back in the middle of the corner, but Rich putting the power down on exit. Side by side for the lead at the start finish line. Rich, I believe, by a nose. Yes, indeed. Let's see what happens as they go into turn 1. Rich with the advantage. Sekuli, can he take it? No. Rich has more grip there. And so Rich takes the lead right up to third still. Flickinger 4th, and Jones is in 5th. Bottom 4 cars right now: Martin Wild, Bachman McGorris, Saint Beckett, and Slade Jagger. Frodemar Ott's currently last driver in. Now the question becomes, when do they make pit stops? Fall-offs at about half a second on the tires. We know from experience these drivers usually, in the Cup Series anyway, they usually pit around lap 20. So will we see pit stops around lap 10? Will we see anyone take right sides, left sides only, no tires? Oh, here we go. I'm seeing pit stops. Eli Bright is going to stay out. But Rich and Sekuli, the top 2, they're coming to pit road. And it looks like everyone but Eli Bright is coming to pit road here in Heat 1. We'll have to see what the strategy is. One thing's for sure, Eli Bright will not have to worry about hitting the brakes behind 2 cars. Let's see what the call is here for Andrew Rich. Right sides are up for the 1 car. And that's it. Right sides only for the one of Andrew Rich. We'll see if he maintains the grip. Eli Bright on pit road 1 lap later. Does he take right sides? He'll take the 4 to go here. So definitely some decent strategy to be made. And he'll put the right sides in the air as well. We'll watch from the spectator camera here. Actually, pit lane 1, pit lane 2 will give us a pretty good idea. Let's see pit lane 1. There goes the 88. How long do you wait? There's Andrew Rich. There you see the one going through the corners. 88 off of turn 2. If he beats him out, he could hold the lead. Oh, his teammates are really flying up here. Into turn 3, Eli Bright goes. He currently has the spot, but does Andrew Rich get him off the corner? Eli Bright would be looking for his 2nd heat win of the season. He's the only junior motorsports driver without 2 or more heat wins on the year. And Andrew Rich gets him at the start-finish line. Ooh, Bright goes way too high into turn 1. That's going to give an advantage to Andrew Rich. Is there enough time? Do Bright's 1 lap newer right side tires come into play here? Or is Andrew Rich going to get this heat win for the 4th time this season? Bright's trying to charge back. Who's our bottom 4 right now? It's Ice, Beckett, Jagger, and Wild. Sky Commons down to 20th. They're at the line. Who's faster through the corner? Ooh, Eli Bright with a little more grip. But can Andrew Rich pull away? Rest of your top 10, Sekuli, Jones, Turner, Deaver, Johnson, Fitzwater, Nanako, and Flickinger. Hunter Braxton down to 17th, Brommer 16th. Commons back up to 19th. Magor down to 20th. They'll come and take the white flag here at Auto Club in Heat 1. And Bright does not gain a thing. How about there? And how's that battle for 20th looking? Magora has it over Beckett, barely at the line. They'll head into turn 3 one last time. Bright trying everything he can to close the distance on his teammate. It's not gonna be enough. As you can see, really closing it in this lap, just not enough time. Andrew Rich gets his 4th heat win of the season. And the battle is on for the final transfer spot. Can St. Beckett get anything on Magora? Magora slides up. Beckett gets tight. Who's got the preferred line? St. Beckett with a last turn pass for 20th place. And man, how about that finish to get into the race? So one throwback scheme for sure will not be in the main event, and that's Martin Wild's 76 machine. But Andrew Rich gets his 4th heat win of the season. And with that, guys, I will see you for heat number 2. We're back at Auto Club. We're getting ready for heat number 2. Let's get you through the starting lineup and show off those throwback paint schemes. On the front row is Dylan Young and Nico Tringali. Rumored the 16 might run this paint scheme the rest of the season. Row 2, Seth Cole and James Ellison. Row 3 is Corey Riggs and Enzo Nereza. Row 4, we've got Matthew Logan and Samet Oskin. And in row 5 is Alan Cavanero and RJ Bishop. Here's the rest of your throwbacks. Zoe Fernandez with a throwback. Dale Lightning. Johnny Gardner's got a throwback scheme. So does Edwin Mendez. We're not in South Carolina, but it works. Starting in the last row, Audra Baranowskis with her throwback. So we're going to do something fun here, and we're going to restart or start this heat race from on board the 21 just to show you how crazy it gets. We saw the 4 wide from a TV camera perspective. Let's see it from an onboard.
Drivers, start your engine!
Baranowskis comes into this race as the points leader, even though she's missed 3 events. In fact, the highest driver who's made every race is Hunter Braxton, 8th in the standings. Seth Cole is 11th, with Fitzwater Sr. and Cavanero 21st and 22nd. So it just goes to show, making every race doesn't exactly mean you're going to be at the top of the points. You got to win races and you got to get top 10 finishes, especially the top 5s. Here we go. Let's see what a green flag is like from the back of the pack. movement there on the bottom, movement on the top, movement everywhere. Where does Baranowskis go with her superior car? One position there on the outside. Does she get another in the middle? Where do you take your race car? The bumper camera. She's looking at the top. So far, she can't seem to do anything. Battle for the lead between Young and Tringali. Baranowskis 22nd at the finish line. As she works her way through slower traffic. You don't want to go too high. There's not a lot of grip up top. Back to the middle she goes, in the middle right now. 3 wide. Trying to get to that top 20. She's up to 20th right there. All the way to the bottom she goes there on Lucas Catano. And just look at the run. She gets off of turn 4. How many spots can you gain in a lap? Well, 22nd to 18th. And Tringali to the lead. Baranowskis will continue to work her way through the field. Almost contact with Zoe Fernandez there. Meanwhile, at the front, we've got a bit of a dogfight. Tringali, Dylan Young, Seth Cole, Enzo Nareza, all fighting for positions up here at the front. We saw people pit on lap 8. It stayed sunny here for heat 2, so we should see the same as what we saw in heat 1. Eli Bright was the only driver to stay out 1 extra lap. It almost worked out for him, but Rich just was able to keep it ahead of his teammate. Right now, Tringali seems to have the best car. Tringali got his 2nd heat win of the season back at the Motordrome. Could he win for the 2nd time the same weekend as Andrew Rich? It would be his 3rd heat win of the season. Dylan Young last won a heat race back at Dover. Dylan with 3 heat wins on the season. Continuing to challenge for 3rd is Enzo Nareza, as RJ Bishop now capitalizing, trying to get by Seth Cole for 4th place. Nareza with just 1 heat win on the season. That came back at Cape Cod. RJ Bishop on the move, trying to get into the top 5. Edwin Mendez right behind them in 6th. Ellison 7th. He's getting challenged by Cavanero for 8th. And Baranowskis has been a rocket as she's made it all the way up to 9th, even passing Dale Lightning. And the pack behind are just so far back. But Baranowskis is a rocket ship. Could she get all the way to the lead? I mean, she's flying right now. Cavanero's looking for 7th from Ellison here. Look at how much more grip Baranowskis gets mid-corner. Right now it looks like she's pushing Cavanero, but she's going to make it 3 wide for 7th place. As Nareza is challenging Dylan Young for 2nd. What a run by Baranowskis. Ellison, you see, gets up there, but Baranowskis makes it look easy. She just blazes by the 18 of Cavanero. Mendez tried getting under RJ Bishop. That's not going to help. Baranowskis, before you know it, will be on his back bumper. Nareza gets by Dylan Young. Young trying to make that middle line work. Can't quite get it to stick. Oh, but Young gets the run back, and he'll go to the bottom of Nareza here on lap 8. This is the pit stop lap. But man, Baranowskis with a bullet of a car here in the heat race. Here's the hoping it stays that fast in the main event. As you see, Nareza gets the middle to stick over Dylan Young. That's going to open the door for Seth Cole and others to the outside of the 2 machine. Now the question is who pits here? And we've got your answer. Tringali will. Baran-Oscus will stay out. She wants a lap of clean air. Ooh, a lot of people staying out actually. Jackson King, Alexander Rowe, and Cole Baker. This could actually help them a lot since they're at the back of the pack. But we'll see what the strategy here is from race leader Nico Tringali. Tringali would be looking for his third heat win on the season. Is it right sides only like it was in Heat 1? And that indeed seems to be the call here. Here comes Baran-Oscus into pit road. King, Rowe, and Baker as well. And we'll likely see the same strategy call. But the big question here is, does Baran-Oscus have the car to come out in front of the 16? She wasn't quite close to him. She wasn't in third like Eli Bright was. There's Tringali. Reza comes out second. Seth Cole third. Bishop. Mendez. Where is the 2 of Dylan Young? He's all the way back here. There's Tringali. There's Baran-Oscus coming out of pit road. Oh, and she definitely does not have enough to get the lead from Tringali. Tringali will come off a turn 2 and pass her right there. So now the real question is, where does the 21 come out in terms of the cars behind her? Well, she definitely hopped a few positions. Seth Cole, though, will get a run here. Ooh, Seth Cole has driven by Nereza with ease. With 3 laps to go, are any of these drivers close enough? 1.8 seconds back. Tringali pulled a miracle back in the Mountain Dew Cup Series, or Mountain Dew for the Win Cup Series, I should say. And he got a win through a restart, super fresh tires, and he caught the leader right at the end. That leader was driving a 16 car while he was driving an 84. Now, no one's got an 84 car back here, but with 2 laps to go, will he be caught? And one thing's different from Heat 1. Eli Bright did not have draft support. Baran-Oscus is not closing in on Seth Cole. If anyone's going to challenge Nico Tringali, it will be the 15 of Seth Cole, fresh off that win from Armory Digital last race. Seth Cole's heat wins consist of just a heat win from Tula. Last time we saw an all Chevy front row was for Puco Race 1. Looks like we're going to see another one here at Auto Club unless Seth Cole catches Tringali here on the white. He's definitely catching. I don't think he's close enough. Meanwhile, the back of the field, Catano, Anderson, they are nowhere close to the top 20, but there's a 3-wide battle right here. Oskin's in 19th. Wheeler's going to fall back. It's between Voiles and Hudson. For 20th place, Voiles has to run off the corner. And he'll fall in line behind Oskin. Does Hudson have a chance to make a last corner move here? Voiles taking the defensive wider line. Is that the right move? Tringali wins the heat race. That's his 3rd of the season. And Voiles will hold off Colt Hudson for the final transfer spot. See, just wasn't enough for Seth Cole to catch the 16. And with that, guys, I'll see you tonight for the main event, race 27, technically 28, on the season.